Hello and welcome to the first ever Orkney Live Wire podcast with me, Christian Cooper.
Me, Claire Ross.
And me, Scott McCormick.
And in the studio with us we have Ross Kennedy. Say hello, Ross.
Hello.
Tonight I'll be speaking to Ross Kennedy, the local bassist, to find out a little bit about the man behind the music.
We'll be having a wee chat about the extensive list of gigs that's coming up over the festive season.
And we'll be playing a couple of tracks from the Bigsy Whalps and Rum Ham.
Ingrid will also be speaking to the Orkney's newest and youngest band, the Drones.
And Christian will be having a small interview with Wayward as well, before their upcoming gigs this festive season.
Very good, so we've got a lot to cram in the next 20 minutes or so. Scott, what are you looking forward to over the festive season?
I'm quite looking forward to Acoustic Mother, I suppose they're calling themselves. I want to see kind of what they can bring acoustically, because
it'll be quite different with Rob away in Australia, obviously, so that'll be why they're doing their acoustic set at the moment. So.
Who's playing with them? Is Billy Brown playing with them?
I'm not sure.
I thought I saw a picture of him.
Possibly.
Yeah. Will's playing the bass, isn't he?
Yeah, I think
Will
so.
Scott.
So it'll be quite a different setup for them.
Yeah.
I think there's a few 90s covers coming in there, a bit old Pearl Jam.
Something good to look forward to, a bit of grunge.
What about you, Claire?
Well, I'm hoping to try and catch Constant Party. Really quite like Constant Party, and it's their only gig that they're doing is in the Sands this year, so hopefully catch up with them, and a bit of the Drones as well. I've never seen them yet, but I've heard really good reviews of them. So.
Same, no idea.
Yeah, worth checking out. Ross, are you going to venture out for a wee drama over the holidays?
I think I will. I'll hopefully be going to see Rum Ham and a bit of Acoustic Mother as well, and maybe a few other bands as well, just to show the support.
You were quite interested in going to see Rocker as well, weren't you, at one point?
Yeah, Rocker should be a good laugh. It's always a rammy. It's good.
Well, Rocker and Skippers during the rock festival, you couldn't get in the door. It was just a hot, sweaty mess. So I think they're back in Skippers next Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes.
And what about you, Christian? What are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, there's a lot of different gigs here. If you go on our website and Facebook, you'll see we've made up a big list of as much live music as we could cram in, really. And then there's more coming in every day. There's someone else announcing a gig. So yeah, like you say, the Drones and Acoustic Mother is going to be really good. Catch the Bigsy Whalps, get some original music in there. We'll be hearing a track for them later on, as Scott was saying.
So was anybody out at the weekend, and did anybody catch any of the Tribe or Bad Apple that were just playing?
I was doing the sound for the Tribe, and it was very good. It was very busy, considering there was a lot of other gigs on as well.
Yeah, it was quite a popular night.
Yeah, there was all sorts of folk in there as well, but everyone was steaming, including
a lot of work nights out.
Yeah, not like
it would have been. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been like the infamous Electric Mother gig that was up there for the Rock Festival a couple of years ago. That was steaming for a different reason.
Bad Apple were playing in the Motorhouse, I think it was. By all reports, it was a good night as well.
Yeah, I went to have a wee look, and they're as good as they usually are.
Brilliant
sound.
Yeah, I've got tickets to see Rum Ham and Wayward in the Sound Archive on a week on Friday, the 29th. I caught up with members of Wayward earlier on. Okay, it's Christian Cooper here. I'm down at the Sound Archive, down at Lang Street. I'm here with a couple of band members that's playing over the festive season. Can you just introduce yourselves and say what you do in the band?
My name's James Nicholson and I play the keyboard and sing.
And my name's Ailsa Green and I sing in Wayward.
Excellent. You're quite a newish band on the scene. Just briefly explain what kind of music you're playing for folk that's never heard you before.
We do a pretty wide range of things. Just kind of, we're a cover band, play lots just kind of the old favourites. Everything from AC/DC to Dixie Chicks, just play songs that we hope folk will like.
Excellent. So a kind of party band then, yeah?
Yeah. Tends to get folk going, especially the ABBA medley. It's always a winner.
Yeah, it's good kind of dance-along music for this time of year anyway. Brilliant. So the sound archive, we're sitting in here now, looking at the stage all set up. Have you ever played in here before?
No, never. We're really excited about it. It's really good venue. Been to a few of the gigs and they've been really good, so we're looking forward to getting to play here, yeah.
Yeah, and so supporting Rum Ham, I think is it Friday night? Friday the 27th, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
29th, I think.
29th, sorry.
Yeah, no, it'll be a really good gig. Hopefully Rum Ham are excellent, and just hoping that around Christmas time there'll be a lot of folk out and hopefully a good night.
Ready for a dance?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else are you playing over the festive season?
We're playing in the Ola on the 28th as well, so that'll just be us, but we played there last year and it was a really good gig, so we're looking forward to that one.
Yeah, you'll be expecting a good crowd in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So how long have you guys been playing together?
We're trying to decide this. I think all the ones that are in it at the moment, it'll be about 2 years now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think the kind of lineup's changed a pretty bit over the last. I think we decided the first gig that Wayward did was in 2014 at County Show. The first gig I played was Hogmanay 2015, I think it would have been.
Okay, yeah.
So it's kind of changed a pretty bit. The lineup's changed, but I'm looking forward to playing.
So how did you start playing together? Were you a group of friends before you started playing?
Well, I wasn't a part of the original lineup, so I don't really care how it all started. But,
You're the newbie.
I had been asked to get a band together to play on the lorry at County Show through the day, and it was literally just messaging folk like 5 days before County Show and rushing to get a band together, and then we all really enjoyed it, so after that it just kind of stuck, and we've changed a few things because other people had commitments, but
Excellent.
yeah, it's been
Just something that's worked out really well.
Really enjoy it.
Very good. So does any have any sort of pre-gig rituals? Do you get all a bag of nerves? Or do you have
I suppose the only pre-gig ritual I'll have is turning up half an hour late.
I know,
That's
we're
probably
not,
the
we're
only
very
thing I do.
disorganised, we're not great.
Yeah.
I'm probably before most gigs, I'm sitting there 5 minutes before we go on screenshotting lyrics. So you could say that's a ritual.
As a band, we always make sure we leave some in a hint as well, so we have to run back up to Finston. So
Yeah.
I think that's just a musician thing. Yeah, so there's a lot of gigs on in the next week or two. Have you got any special gigs you're wanting to go and see? Any bands you're wanting to catch while you're here?
There's nothing specific. There's just that much happening. I'm just looking forward to getting out and enjoying the scene. And at this time of year, when folk are home for uni and folk have got a decent spell off work, there'll be a lot of folk out and about. So I'm just kind of looking forward to getting involved in all that.
Yeah.
So the Tribe were playing just on last, I think it was Saturday night. So I was glad I caught them because I like seeing them play. But,
Yeah.
Just looking forward to getting out and seeing folk and hearing lots of good music.
Constant Party and on Boxing Day will be a good one as well. They've not been together for a pretty while, so I would love to go and see them again.
Yeah, the old Boxing Day bash.
Big
It's always
fan
a
of
good.
them, yeah.
It's always a good party.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a bit like cabin fever. Folk are locked up for Christmas, and then
Yeah.
Boxing Day comes and they go crazy. So. Yeah. So completely impartial here. I'll not put my opinion across, but up or down?
Ooh, I'm up, I'm afraid. James will hate me for that one.
No, dude, there's no coincidence what we're playing in the Ola. It's
Good man.
yeah.
Hey, that time of year for cheesy music. What's your favourite Christmas song?
My favourite Christmas song is Fairy Tale in New York. I don't think you can get a better song.
Yeah, I would have to agree, I'm afraid. I do like a bit of Shakin' Stevens.
No, Fairy Tale in New York for me. It's that shameless self-promotion because we actually last night at our practice we learned that in. So
Oh, brilliant. Well,
so hopefully, yeah.
yeah, that's always the safe one. It's not got the cheesy aspect.
I do a bit of that as well, to be fair.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's the time of year for that kind of stuff. So, who do you decide your set list? Do you have is it a group decision, or do you have a leader that says we're going to play that?
It's folk usually if we just play the songs that we like listening to, and folk if they've heard a song on the radio, whatever that they fancy learning, they'll suggest it, and 9 times out of 10
Yeah.
but other folk in the band hate it. Our bass and drummer.
I feel like they've got final call. You know, if they say yes, you've chosen a good one. But if they say no, so you've got to really crawl back from it.
So they're the musical snobs.
Yeah.
Took about 4 months to convince our bass player to learn us a Coldplay song, so it's a very strict quality control protocol we have to go through.
Yeah, well, Coldplay's in there. What are your other influences? I mean, personally, as a musician.
Oh, good question. For me, I don't think you'll do any better than the Eagles. Eagles. I'm a big fan of vocal harmony, so the Eagles, Beach Boys, all that kind of stuff's kind of me thing.
Yeah, it's something that's a bit missing from music these days.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot in 60s, 70s, but the harmonies is hopefully something that'll come back in.
Yeah.
Anybody yourself?
I just don't know. I do like a bit of country.
Yeah.
A lot of country, actually. We just recently we were starting to do a little bit of like Motowny stuff, and I just love it. If we can, we're gonna attempt it and see how it turns out.
Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. I just hope that the festive season is as good as it looks like it's going to be. There's some cracking gigs coming up, and I'm kind of looking forward to coming here and seeing you guys and supporting Rum Ham as well. I've not seen you guys yet, so.
No, it'll be really good. Just lots of great things, so I was really excited to be part of it all.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, thanks a lot for coming along.
Yeah, and thank you.
Excellent. Well, you can catch Wayward supporting Rum Ham in the Sound Archive on Friday the 29th. Tickets are £10 each. And you can get more information on the Old Library Facebook page. But now here's a song from Rum Ham, and it's called 4 a.m.
Where do we turn when everything's done and do? We even care that our time is up. You hold an empty cup and start to wonder where it all went wrong. The fun is gone. We'll walk until we find a better place to go. Crying won't help. Take off your shoes, you're slowing everybody down, please. Try it again, they'll pick up this time, she says, but still it rings on. Stay away from the edge of the pavement. Concentrate on walking in a straight line. You're acting sober, then falling over. Stop to talk to all the strangers passing by. It's nice to meet you. Well, it's plain to see that it's time for all when you are sitting on the ground. Complain about the mountain size hill that you climb to get to bed.
You can find that track on the Rum Ham EP Chills. So yeah, we've got Ross Kennedy here, one of our local musicians, just to speak a little bit about himself, what's going on, what he likes, and what his thoughts are on the future. So, hi Ross.
Hello.
So, how did you get started into music?
Well, one of my good pals from primary school, when we moved up to secondary school, they started a band and they were needing a bass player, and they asked, do you want to play the bass? I said, well, I've never played the bass before, but I'll give it a go. So they just taught me a tune, and I just kind of went on from there.
So you all self-taught?
Yes.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I had one lesson, and it was a good lesson, but I just love kind of figuring stuff out for myself, really, and I think that's how I've kind of gotten to where I'm at with writing tunes and figuring out different techniques and stuff. It's quite exciting when you get the technique that you've been working towards for a while, and you just get it yourself. It's quite cool.
So what are your influences for playing? What inspires you?
Well, I suppose there's been quite a lot of, Celtic music.
Okay.
It was a tune that I was listening. It was on Riverdance, and it was a guy playing the uilleann pipes, and for some reason I just absolutely loved that tune, and I loved the drone throughout it, and just the general feel of the tune. And ever since then I've been trying to kind of figure out a style to fit that sound on the bass, which I'm still trying, but I'll get there. But other than that, like there's it's a lot of bass players, like bass orientated bands, obviously, because I've been listening to them for years. But Victor Wooten, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Marcus Miller, all that kind of guys. But I suppose I've been starting to get into a bit more pop music as well, which I've always had a bit of a kind of pop music. But there's some stuff coming out now that I do actually find quite interesting to listen to, and I'd quite like to have a shot at having a go at some of that as well.
Pop music's changed quite a little bit in the last while. It's more original rather than manufactured, I think.
Yeah, some of it.
Some.
But it's still, there's some gems out there, and some of the funky stuff, it can get folk moving, and that's what I like music to do, and that's what I like doing when I'm playing music, is getting people dancing and enjoying themselves. And I mean, there's a massive part to jumping around, headbutting each other sometimes. It's great fun at metal gigs and stuff. But I love seeing folk enjoying themselves and dancing, and just having a good time. It's good fun.
So what would be your favourite instrument? Is the bass your favourite instrument, or is there anything else that you would like to play or can play?
Well, the bass is the one that I've always that I've spent most time trying to learn. I like the sound of the acoustic guitar. I made brands for a while, so I was playing some of them. I'd love to learn the piano, but I just can't. I've tried so much, and I just can't get the coordination right. Yeah, but I mean, hopefully there's a lot left in me to learn, so there's still hope yet to learn the piano.
Yeah. So what would you have planned for the future? Have you got anything in the pipeline, any up-and-coming project?
There's maybe a few things. Just kind of working with some of the local artists that haven't necessarily been in bands before, getting them out playing and being involved in a band situation, because there's some incredible talent in Orkney, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
But it's to try and mix everything up and see what we can do with it, because I I think that there can be some absolutely amazing music coming out of places that don't nobody really would expect. So mixing different genres or mixing people that might never play together or whatever, it's I'm quite excited to see what will happen with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a good outlook for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were part of Cosmic Soup, and they did a bit of that as well. They blended a few different genres of music together, and that worked really, really well. So
Yeah, well, again, it was a band that it got people having a dance, and they was listening to kind of slightly obscure music that, because like we played Stevie Wonder and all the tunes that everybody knows, but there were some other tunes that folk hadn't really heard about that, I mean, if they were just going to be listening to them in the pub on the jukebox, they were like, what's this?
yeah.
But then when we were playing them, you'd see them dancing away, like Love Rears Its Ugly Head by Living Colour.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird tune, but folk they were getting into it, and I loved seeing that, and I loved the vibe that Cosmic Soup got with it. It was cool.
So what was or has been your favourite gig that you've played so far? Over the last 15, whatever, years?
I suppose probably there's so many.
Or pick a couple if you want.
The one that always sticks in my head is the Ferry Inn. That would have been maybe 7 years ago, I'd have thought. And
What band was that with?
that was with Red Dog Bandit. And just an absolute rammy. Folk dancing on the tables, punching the roof, and just going mental. But it was...
Typical Orkney night out.
Yeah. And it was just great. There was just folk having a good time, and that's the thing that I love getting out of music, is just folk having a good time, and when they come up and say to you, just brilliant. But the Ferry Inn, and probably the Motor House. It's been one of the great accommodators for our music. They promote us the whole time. They get young bands in, and they do all that kind of stuff. So it's the Motor House is certainly one of the ones that I've got to thank you for it.
And what would you say is your favourite song, your signature song that you play?
Probably, well, for Cosmic Soup, probably Master Blaster, because it's got that difficult bit in it that when you pull it off, it's brilliant, and it's a relief. But when you do it, it sounds great.
So I'm going to ask you a couple of little questions here, just based on some of the festivities or some of the local bands and things. So if you were in the panto, what character would you be?
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Why? Why?
Because I don't lie.
You're not made of wood, no?
Well, I make stuff out of wood.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, I could be Geppetto.
Ah, good character. Uppies or doonies?
I don't actually know which one I would be. So
Being from Stromness, it's a difficult question.
This could depend on whether I'm
Or-
safe to come into Kirkwall.
With Yule Log Pool, would you be north or south?
I would be now north.
North. Cool. Bad apple or bad dog?
Oh, that's a difficult one, because Ross is one of the singers, and I would say, because I've heard them the most recent, Bad Apple.
Bad apple. Cool.
Sorry, Ross.
So just to finish up in this last couple of questions here, if you could gig with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
That's a big question. I would probably say Joe Cocker, because his voice is just incredible, and I wouldn't have to play anything difficult. There would be no kind of fancy trickery or anything. You just play your music, and you just have to sit and listen to his unbelievable voice. It'd be brilliant.
What is your opinion on the music scene in Orkney?
It's great. It's certainly picking up, and to you guys with Orkney Live Wire promoting everybody that's trying to get out there with music, it's excellent, and that's certainly something that Orkney does need and has to continue to have. But yeah, just since I started playing, there used to be loads, and then it kind of faded out a bit, and then starting to creep back in again, and I think it's brilliant seeing new people coming in, and it's important to involve younger people and don't exclude them from certain places. Treat them like just kind of regular people, because the way that I learned how to play was people letting me play music with them, and no matter how good they were, and it was just, that's how I've always progressed, and I think that's a big thing, is for people to just encourage young people.
So do you have any advice that you would like to give anybody that's thinking about getting into a band or starting up as a solo act or anything?
I would just say go for it, learn your tunes, get a wee slot somewhere in a pub or whatever, and just go for it. That's how simple it is, and don't think too much about it, because we all know what thinking too much about something does. But yeah, just go for it, and what music you play is what you play. It doesn't have to fit into anybody else's boxes.
Thanks for that. That was great. Hopefully we'll look forward to seeing you possibly at next year's rock festival.
Yes, I definitely will be at there.
Yeah, we're definitely needing a bit of funk next year at the 2018
I'll try.
Rock Festival. So quite excited to hear what kind of projects you've been working on. Rock Festival this year has been announced. The dates are 31st of August, 1st and 2nd of September. So it's basically the first weekend in September again, but Friday's the 31st of August. So the bands have been quite... there's been a lot of applications for visiting bands, isn't there, Claire?
Yeah, we've had a lot. Because it's our 5th anniversary next year, we're hoping to make it quite a good festival. So we've had quite a hearty load of different genres of rock and pop and funk and music, and just in general. So
yeah, it is just I thought it's a rock festival. It's really a music festival. We've had fiddles and accordions and
screamo and noise and lots of death and shoving around, blood everywhere, and yep, just what you expect from a normal festival.
Yeah, but everything there. Yeah, so the applications are open for visiting bands, and it's really hard to sort of choose, because I think last year we had over 20 applications, and this year's looking...
Yeah, we've already gone ahead of that as it is. So what we're looking for our applications is a short biography and probably links and whatnot to either SoundCloud or YouTube or Bandcamp or whatever, or to their own websites and things. And we're just needing things like that sent to our email address, which is Orkney Rock Festival, all one, at yahoo.co.uk. Or they can also check out our website, which is...
It is orkneyrockfestival.com.
www.
Yes, www.orkneyrockfestival.com. Basically, if you Google Orkney Rock Festival or Orkney Live Wire, you'll find us somewhere.
So Scott, this has been your first year involved in the Orkney Live Wire project. Have you enjoyed it, and what have you found have been the highs and lows of it so far?
Catch me on the spot here. I'm enjoying learning how it all works, because I had absolutely no idea. I still don't really know.
Neither do us, don't we?
I love music. I love doing sound for music. I'm getting good experience through it, good gigs through it as well as other people, and meeting a lot of good folk. And that was the idea, really. I just wanted to get involved. So yeah. The highs are I'm learning lots about it and how it all works and how to put together a festival. And the lows are nothing so far. So
Bonus.
I mean, we're doing things like this, which is
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be making a podcast.
Every day's a learning day.
I've got all these mics, so I might as well use them.
Yeah, that's it.
Really lucky in Orkney to have not only loads of good musicians, but folk like yourself that's willing to work sound desks.
Give up their time for us. So.
Yeah.
Especially Rock Festival weekend. Behind the scenes, it's just unreal how many folk. I mean, each venue has to have a PA and somebody to work it. So it's fantastic. There's so many folk willing to muck in and give us a hand.
Yeah. There's some really talented sound engineers out there as well. I mean, I'm just sort of learning as I go. It's pretty much every rock festival. I just get a step better each festival, basically. So, yeah, it's a pleasure. But, anywho, as Coop mentioned earlier, we have Orkney Live Wire's very own Ingrid Ross out in the field, and she's been speaking to drones ahead of their Moho gig on the 28th, supporting Rum Ham, and their Moho gig on the 29th, supporting Electric Mother. Here she is.
So, hello, we're here with drones. Would you like to say hello to everybody?
Hi, my name's Edie, and
hi, I'm Joe. I'm the drummer. I'm the drummer.
Yeah. Okay, so you're quite a new band. Is that right? Yeah. How long have you been on the go?
we've just started as a band this year, but I've been doing music for about 6 years now.
Yeah, I started maybe when I was 6 or 7 on the drums. But
okay, and is it just drums that you play?
No, I play percussion as well. Like.
Okay, and Edie, what do you play?
I mainly play guitar and sing, but I can do bass and a lot of other instruments too.
So you pretty much turn your hand to most things.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of the more experienced bands maybe have a little bit of competition? Yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah. So I was lucky enough to catch your gig at the Murray Arms. Quite a big range of songs and music and covers. Tell me about your inspirations.
Well, my inspiration comes a lot from like alternative indie music and a bit of classic rock as well.
I take a lot of things from different drummers in bands and sort of take their techniques and use them when I'm playing. So
a bit of research kind of goes into your own performances then,
just listening to whatever I feel is, I like.
So how did you find the gig that you did? That was your first public one, wasn't it?
It was our second.
Okay.
It was my second, our first.
And you've got another one coming up shortly?
Yeah.
Another two. Fantastic. Would you want to tell us when and where we can catch you?
They are both at the Motor House in Kirkwall. And the first one is on the 28th of December and the second one is on the 29th.
Okay.
Yes.
And they're acoustic sets. Are they both acoustic or just...
They are both going to be big rocky numbers.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're supporting Electric Mother?
Yeah, on the second night. On the first night we're supporting Rum Ham.
Fantastic. Okay. And are they bands that you've had much experience to see in, or is this kind of...
Not really. This is our first time opening for bands.
And how are you feeling about that? You excited? You a bit nervous?
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it will be good.
Yeah? I mean, I don't know if you're aware, Electric Mother actually opened our very first rock festival for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they've obviously done quite well. So where do you see yourselves going with the band? Do you kind of aim for a big shining future?
Well, I want to do music like full time. So I guess. But
I'm thinking of going to Glasgow Conservatoire, but I would definitely like to continue this because it's one of the best things I've done this year for music.
Excellent, and quite a new experience for you as well.
Yeah. It's really enjoyable as well.
So definitely future careers in the making.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll be looking forward to seeing you up in shining lights. We'll have to get our autographs in early.
Yeah.
So a couple of silly quick fire questions.
Okay.
Christmas pudding or Christmas dinner?
Christmas dinner.
Okay.
Christmas pudding.
Okay. And Bass or drums?
Bass.
Drums.
Trick question. So we'll be looking forward to seeing a lot more of you hopefully next year in 2018. Do you think when it comes to times for like blues festival, rock festival, things like that, you might be trying to get your...
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But obviously school is a thing.
Yes, because you're both quite young.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 15, aren't you, Edie?
I'm 16 now.
And
13.
You're 13, so you're just quite a wee thing, yeah. Excellent. So lots and lots to look forward to from both of you then. Big careers.
Definitely.
Excellent. So do you want to remind everybody when you're playing again?
First night is the 28th of December at 8:30 at the Motor House. And the second night is same place on the 29th and it's at 6.
Excellent. We'll look forward to seeing you then.
Yep.
Cheers.
Thank you very much for seeing us.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
So, you guys have been fundraising recently for charity
Yeah, we did a
for
little
the
bit.
festival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the Rock Festival and at the Standing Stones gig, we held raffles, and a percentage of our raffles went towards the Orkney Deaf Children's Society. On Sunday, Christian and myself and Ingrid and a couple of others, including some of the kids, Smid as well, took part in the fun Santa Dash fun run.
Yeah, it was a kind of wet dash through Kirkwall streets. Well, lots of quite impressive costumes, Santa hats, and Claire was dressed up as a Christmas tree. Rather soggy Christmas tree by the time we finished.
That wasn't too bad. So.
But yeah, it was a good spirit and a good, brilliant event put on by the Orkney Deaf Children's Society. We kind of choose a different charity each year. We're quite keen on supporting local charities, so all our proceeds for the Orkney Live Wire through the year just goes back into live music. So we're kind of committed to put some of that as well to charity and help out where we can.
So this year we managed to raise a grand total of £350 towards the Orkney Deaf Children's Society, which we're quite proud of ourselves.
That's excellent. And have you got any other charity events coming up or any plans for fundraising in the future?
I think that's possibly it for this year. Next year we'll choose a different charity to fundraise for, so we'll probably speak about that at the start of the year after the festive season's out of the way.
Yeah, usually, I mean, every year we sell raffle tickets on the run up to the festival, and there's usually some good prizes in there. But like we said, some of the profits will go to, or any profits will go to charity. So dig deep.
Okay, well, that's it for the first ever installment of the Orkney Live Wire podcast. We're going to play you out with a song from the Bigsy Whalps. First of all, though, I'd like to say thanks to our guest, Ross.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coop.
Thank you.
And this is Watch It Burn. Goodbye.
Never ask for money, but you get it all the same. Here they come running, 'cause you're playing that game. Oh, never mind me, I'll wait my turn. Yeah, never mind me, I'll watch you burn. Always in a hurry, and never time for me. You tell me don't worry, you see me when you're free. Oh, never mind me, I'll wait my turn. Yeah.